It's Madden NFL 23. All eyes are on Cooper Kupp. He's ready to get right back to it after the bye. It's the Rams and the Cards, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. Alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Cardinals in this matchup. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out come the Rams down for their first possession. They are led out by their veteran quarterback hailing from Michigan State, and we like that. It's Kirk Cousins.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Complete to open things up.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen, and the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the number 1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. After the turnover, here's Murray. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there, because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit. And he gets a small gain on the play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to it. Hey, you guys got us a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Pretty effective run there. Now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Connor going to get it again on second down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal. Murray now. Screen pass to Connor. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with a little gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Out is Tucker McCann now to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. McCann's kick up and good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. The first time out, they had the interception. That stopped their drive 3 points the other way, so now they work from behind.
They do, but he's got to walk out on the field like he's working from ahead. All right, he's got to walk out like, hey, I just threw a touchdown pass, because all eyes on his team are on him. They gain their confidence from the way he reacts, his demeanor, and how he plays. He's got to show that he has confidence in himself.
And some room to run now. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Up the middle they go. Holiday. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Holiday. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 3rd down, Holiday. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And that is no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. He'll dump this one off to Connor. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. An option handoff given to Connor. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The Cardinals at 2 and 4 here in the first half of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Murray getting this complete to Connor. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here's Connor on the read option, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Murray now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Tucker McCann now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, come get a little bit closer this time. Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Cousins. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. 10-0 the score after one. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Holiday. He'll get this up to about the 44.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And a lane slowly materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Cousins. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cousins. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. That reception brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open man is Atwell, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Kupp. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Up the middle they go. Holiday. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on your quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the drive.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tutu Atwell. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. The extra point up and good. And they cut it to 3 at 10-7. That time, 11 plays all total. And Williams with a touchdown for Los Angeles. This fielded right at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position. There's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Murray giving to Conner on the option, and he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance, but in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Conner up the middle. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Conner going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it down now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Getting the ball to Anderson here on the out route. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Conner. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They'll run here with Conner fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And who's got it? The defense does. They recover it in the end zone. That'll be a touchback, and the scoring opportunity turned away.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down now, Holiday. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That good for 19 and a 1st down. To throw is Cousins. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw, Cousins. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Cousins throw here, hauled in by Cup. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Cousins again. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his quick catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Cousins on first down. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And what a nice example there. The tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
First down, here's Cousins. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Flush to his right, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Cardinals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Murray's throw is caught here by Anderson. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. It's complete to Hopkins. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Murray again. Going deep for Hopkins. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals would extend their lead here just before halftime. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
Penalty is declined.
McCann now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Packers who have the lead as that game approaches halftime. Romeo Doubs, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we'll make the trek east to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Drake London, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. Jamison Williams, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Rams, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you. number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Taken at the goal line. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Third quarter starts with a run from Connor. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. An option handoff given to Connor. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
1st down, Murray. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Holding offense.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
From the gun, a give to Connor. And he's got room. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Once again, it's Connor. And he goes in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner with career touchdown number 70. And the Cards take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
McCann for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Cousins now to throw on first down. And he's got his big tight end here. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
On second down, Holiday. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Cousins now. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. But he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. A first down throw for Cousins. And he'll just get rid of it.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. This will be caught at about the 5. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Johnny Stanton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The extra point up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. There's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Murray now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Conner. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff to Conner. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They stay on the ground. Here's Conner again. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On the handoff, Conner. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 120 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Murray now on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20, following a pickup of 4.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
On 3rd down, it's Conner. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Murray. He's got Anderson right side. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. On first and 10 is counter. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
This offense has a lot of weapons, but you know they like to look Connor's way down here near the end zone. He's got that rugged running style, and that's a nice job there to hold him to a short pickup.
He'll try again. And this time he's not going anywhere. In fact, he'll lose yardage back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Connor. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. McCann's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. So into Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10 at the 47. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Very quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. On first and 10, Cousins being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. From the 21, it's second and 10. Cousins. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. It's Incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Powers through it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 143 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Murray flips this forward on the jet sweep. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They run behind center with Cotter. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. On 1st down, Holiday. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Cousins. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it, because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A. Job 1 to pick up the 1st down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be up. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the 1st down here, tell me where we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On 2nd down now. It's Atkins, and this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Holding offense.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side.
Still 3rd
Got
down.
nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, there's about 95% chance.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, a run with Connor. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Connor. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Connor up the middle. And some room to maneuver. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry that needs to be satisfied. This game, they've been satisfied with what he's given. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
What's the deal, y'all? Let's get some love. That's how we end it.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Down to a knee goes Murray, as that will just about wrap this thing up. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Cards, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down.